All right, today is the tail of the horse. I went on line last night, and I'll tell you about it in just 1 second. I'm just building up the detail of the tail right now. I'm going to have the tail right up against the hind leg of this horse. Anyway, I was doing a search on YouTube for wild Mustangs, and what I did put in the search bar was Western wild horse or wild Mustangs, and I got several videos, and there was a real good one, and I was watching the video, and what I was looking for is how much of a tail that some of these Mustangs would have. And I saw that there were some that had tails that went almost to the ground. I'm liking the look of the tail so far. Interesting. Okay. The tail and the mane are extremely important to the total design of your sculpture of a horse. If you can't get that right, it'll throw off the whole design. And I'm liking this right now. I'm going to have a few strands hanging short out away from the tail because of gravity. And I'll try that right now, in fact. This is what I'm talking about. I think I'm going to get even shorter. Now, in my instructional videos on creating a horse, I've got several of them. I show how the technique I use to make something like hair or the mane look like you spend a lot of time sculpting it, and it gets some form to it, and which is pleasing to the eye. It's not just a tube of clay, and I show how I achieve that. Okay, I got to build up the structure of the tail away from the main part of the tail. So I'm putting a thick piece of clay with no form here. You got to be very careful. You don't want to ruin the texture you're getting on the horse's tail or the mane. I don't want a lot of pieces hanging out by themselves, because every time I do that, it costs money when they make the mold of it. You got to constantly think about what it's going to cost, because every dime of casting costs or mold costs increases the price of your piece by 5 times at least. So it may look great, but you got to think about keeping the price to a point where people can afford the damn thing. You don't want to have priced out at $100,000. I mean, I'm not that well known to justify that kind of a cost. Some of the strands aren't going to be as long as these. And what I do is I kind of like weave it into it, the total piece, like this one here, where I've got a short piece that comes down and brings an end to the tail, and I've got another piece to do there. I found it interesting. Some of what I learned watching that video on the wild Mustangs is they don't last long if they live by themselves. If they're driven out of the herd, let's say a stallion gets old and he can't keep his place in the herd any longer, and he's pushed out by a stronger and younger stallion, that stallion won't live very long on its own, because they are very social animals. They have to have others of their kind to survive. They get pushed out. They're not used to being by themselves, and they just, well, like a human. If you've been around family all your life and then all of a sudden you got no family or anybody, you deteriorate mentally. And a horse is no different. I just thought that was an interesting aspect of a wild horse. What I'm doing is just putting a few hairs or groups of hairs. They're just a little bit, just to break up the monotony of the hair coming down by itself in a straight line. All right, I'm now working on the other side of the horse. All right, that's going to have to do it for today. Wait a minute, I got a little bit more right there. You just saw that. I wanted to put a little bit of a hump right there because all the pictures I've seen of the Mustangs is they have that where they're under the thing where the hair comes out of, like whatever bone structure that is. Has a little bit of a hump there, and it's just a matter of blending it in, and but it looks cool. I like that little feature. Out of all the animals in the world, I think the horse has to be one of the most beautiful. And the most complex. All right, that's going to do it for today, and next time I'm going to be working on her and trying to get her dress finished so I can, and also get the blanket finished so that I can put the mountain man back on. I've been thinking about how I'm going to do that and make it so that I can work on the base and still be able to get him away from the base when they get ready to make a mold of it. And I think I've got a method. But anyway, I'll approach that when I get to it. Well, I'm happy the way it turned out. And I think it's going to be a great looking sculpture. All right, good night, everybody. If you like this video, please like and subscribe to my channel. It really would help me. Also, check out the link below this video. It will take you to a review of my 9 instructional videos that could be very helpful to you if you're thinking of sculpting. Good night, everybody.